They pray for the day that I'll lose it, but God gave me the power to use it. May have waited a while, but I'm on time. I glide through the rain and the fire, take no days off, can retire. Know you've waited a while, but I'm on time. Oh, I'm on time. Oh, know you've waited a while, but I'm on time. I'm on time. Oh, know you've waited a while, but I'm on time.
My son Joshua produces music. While I was working in the yard, I heard him and his sister making a song up in his room. Eventually, he sent me the song. That's the song we opened this video with. I loved what I heard. I loved how he sang the melodies and his sister belted out the lines. It was genuinely impressive to me. I liked the song as well. Eventually, I found out that it was a John Legend song. Now, I don't like that dude, but I guess that even a broken clock is right twice a day. So I searched the song up. What I heard was nothing but filth. It was sickening. I could not listen to the whole thing with the amount of bad words being used. I immediately asked my daughter why she was listening to that type of music. She genuinely didn't know what I was talking about. Her brother taught her the song, so I went to him. He said he heard a censored version on Instagram. He didn't know that it was that bad. Not sure what to believe here. I don't recommend that you go looking for that song. Trust me. Now, I never stop my kids from listening to secular music. I really don't listen to it myself, so I guess out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes I listen to some secular Caribbean songs, but that's rare. So, I was out of touch with what was happening in the music industry. I was somewhat aware of the idiotic women who sing about being prostitutes, glorifying sexual perversion. Still can't get how you could record a whole song about one part of your gross, yucky anatomy. But to each his own. Now don't get me wrong, that trashy stuff doesn't make it into my house. My children know what they should and should not listen to, and their mother and I have set a standard. If they fail to meet that standard, they will be served a proper dose of reality. Now, all this got me thinking, can Christians listen to secular music? Well, even the Apostle Paul is seen quoting secular pagan poets, Acts 17 and 28, for in him we live and move and have our beings, as certain also of our own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. I remember my dad saying, well, you can't go singing Amazing Grace to your wife as a romantic song now, can you? I don't think that will go over well. Well, I guess you just have to serenade her with 80s rock ballads. Those are clean. Well, I remember when 80s rock ballads were the devil's music. I recall when growing up, there was big controversy amongst Trinidadian churches because some pastors thought the steel pan was Satan's instrument and should not be allowed in the church because it was used in carnival. The subjection of the church and its youth in particular to years of ruthless, unwavering legalism undoubtedly pushed us in the complete other end of the spectrum where we have no standard whatsoever. This is why we have Christians listening to demon-possessed people and even singing their songs in church. The way we deal with this is we teach what is right. We must teach our children how to be pleasing to God and not to indulge in anything that is against His will and holiness. Not only we teach them to adjudicate the message of a song, but they must also be able to look at the singer's life and allow that to be a determining factor in if I listen to you or not. This is what I do. If you are glorifying Satan in your life, then you could come out and tomorrow sing Jehovah Jireh. I don't want to hear you. Take that to some other pleb. This is so for movies as well. I determined that any movie that held any sort of anti-Christ or anti-biblical stand, I would not watch. Naturally, I quit Hollywood altogether. I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch The Passion of the Christ 2. I'm sick of the smut that is being peddled. I personally could do without it. I do not need any distractions to my faith. The entertainment industry is keen on gaining the Christian dollar. They had to devise a way to get the Christian market share while staying true to their deluded demonic ideologies and principles. The reality behind this whole scene, however, is 100% a satanic ploy. Satan and his hordes have used entertainment to turn the masses into mindless zombies headed straight for destruction. As a pastor who has dealt with many malignant things, music and movies are undoubtedly avenues whereby the enemy gains access to your house, your family, and eventually your body. The Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians 5:22, abstain from all appearance of evil. If it looks like Satan, if it sounds like Satan and smells like Satan, chances are it's Satan. Trust me, these hellbound puppets who've sold their souls for money and fame, posing as singers and celebrities, are in no way qualified to take up an inch of your head space. Listen, the coming of the Lord Jesus is close. We must do everything within our power to not be deceived by the things of this hedonistic cultural shift. Serve the Lord with gladness. Ask the Lord to lead you in the right way to know what is acceptable and what is not. If you cannot decide, then don't entertain any of it. Period. Now think about that.